It's a great shot on goal. It could be there. There it is. Wow. There it is. Great shot.
Joins the snap. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Unloads it. Caught at the 15 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Darien.
Bay checks out.
Good save by Escamilla.
And a great look, great effort by Lindsay Bennett.
Trying to get an aerial there. There it is. Yes.
The Darien Athletic Foundation proud to present high school girls volleyball this afternoon from the gymnasium at Darien High School. It's the Blue Wave taking on their arch rivals, the New Canaan Rams. Welcome in everybody to this DAF media broadcast. Damian Andrew, and joining me once again, Chris Leone, the former volleyball star at Georgia Tech, and we are underway here in the first set. Chris, 1-1, and Lindsay Bennett back to serve for the Blue Wave.
Good jump serve by Bennett. Ace to start off.
The last time you and I were sitting in this gym watching Darien Blue Wave volleyball team was against Stanford. They played very well in that match as Bennett offers up another ace off the serve. Bennett played very well in that match against Stanford.
She did. She was a key outside hitter for them. The dig goes awry.
And that was a big hit by number 1 for New Canaan, the senior Spencer Handler on the outside, the left-hander. We haven't seen too many left-handers this season.
No, and that sets up a different kind of blocking strategy on defense, which could throw off the defense to start.
Good point. That is out of bounds.
There.
Side out Blue Wave. 4-2 in the early going here in the first set. Darien up.
Looks like Lindsay Fay just subbed in, sophomore for Darien in the front row.
Out of bounds point to New Canaan. You know, it really doesn't matter what the records between these two teams in any sport. Always a terrific rivalry, as you well know, living in Darien, and I know you do some coaching in New Canaan.
I haven't seen this set up for a serve before, backwards to the court. Right, yeah, the Darien-New Canaan rivalry, no matter what the sport is always a competitive one. Everyone gets excited.
And that's Emma Wheeler serving up the ace for New Canaan. Yeah, I've never seen this before either. Back to the court, then she turns around.
I haven't ever seen that in any match. Whatever works, right?
That's right. And that is number 16 in the middle, the senior captain for Darien, Caroline Martzoff. She's having herself a terrific senior season. Blue Wave coming into this matchup 6-8 overall, 5-7 in the FCIAC. New Canaan having a pretty good season, 10-5 overall, 7-4 in the FCIAC.
Great hit by that lefty outside hitter again for New Canaan.
And I misspoke. That's actually Carson Alstead, the outside hitter, number 7, the left-hander. I misspoke. I said Spencer Handler. That's actually Carson Alstead.
Looks like she's a captain for their team, and you can see why, leading their offense.
The jump serve is an ace.
Yeah.
So we're tied at 6 here in the first set between Darien and New Canaan.
Both teams are serving aggressively so far. She She finds the hole. Gabby Heighton, junior for Darien.
Nice play by Heighton, number 3. And Caroline Martzoff back to serve. Free ball for the Blue Wave here. Let's see what they can do. In the middle, Lindsay Fay, the sophomore, puts it down. 8-6 Darien in the first set. Caroline Martzoff, the senior captain,
substitution.
Serving it up.
Heighton's out and
Addie Shane is in.
Yep.
Little miscommunication that time by the New Canaan Rams, out of bounds, point Darien, so they're up 3 now in the first set. 9-6 Blue Wave here. We're coming to you live from Darien High School, the DAF Media Network. Chris Leone and Damian Andrew. And Martzoff serves it into the net. It's a little bit of a family affair here. Your son Jackson is on the camera today, doing a terrific job for DAF Media.
Yep, we're welcoming him to the crew.
To the crew.
Got to get that guy to work, you know.
That's right, that's right. Carrie Callahan back to serve for the Rams.
It's in.
And that's called in. Point New Canaan. They pull within 1, down 9-8. And Callahan will continue to serve.
She's serving out a left back. Serve will come from a different direction for the Darien.
And that was a free ball right there.
Yeah, an overpass.
And number 14, Caroline Eno, the senior for New Canaan, takes advantage as she smacks it down. 9-9 here in the first set between these two FCIAC rivals.
See, I think New Canaan's coach is telling his server where to serve. See, she served out a right back this time. The last point she served out a left back. They're trying to throw off Darien's defense. Great dig by the libero for New Canaan.
And Lindsay Fay, the sophomore, right place, right time,
yep.
Chris, at the net, and an easy point for Darien. You mentioned New Canaan's head coach. That is Kevin Marino in his first season with the Rams. Spent the last 4 years as an assistant coach at Joel Barlow. Back set. And that's Alstead again, Carson Alstead, the left-hander with a nice swing there from the back row.
We kind of saw that in the Stanford match too. When a team has a strong up front outside hitter, they don't want to give up 3 positions in the back row. They still want to see some offense out of them, so they give it up to them in the back row too.
Well said, great point.
There they go again to her in the back.
Another set to the back row. This time Alstead puts it into the net. 11-10 Darien here in the first set.
I might be kind of bummed if I'm the front row player that I'm not getting the set, though. Not going to lie.
And Bennett with a nice hit. We've talked a lot about her this season. As we mentioned in the last match against Stanford, she played well. The junior for Darien, Addie Shane to serve.
Good block by Darien, solo block by number 7, Faith Helms.
And a good rally here between these two rivals. Bennett on the outside again, and a nice block by New Canaan.
Great rally, a lot of blocks and defense on both sides. That's a quick set out of the middle, throws Darien blocking, timing off, and gets New Canaan the point.
Caroline Eno. So we are tied at 12 here in the first set between New Canaan and Darien. You're watching this live stream on the DAF Media Network.
Good save. Ooh.
And that's a violation on New Canaan under the net, correct, Chris
Correct,
Leone?
yep. She tried to save a really tight pass, and she made a good effort, but she must have crossed the center line, I guess.
So Lindsay Bennett, the jump serve, and it's a good one. And Alstad puts it down. You can tell in the early going here, Carson Alstad for New Canaan, the outside hitter, the left-hander, the senior captain. She is an integral part of this Rams offense.
She is. They're looking to go to her as much as possible with their offense, and she's delivering. Oh, miscommunication by Darien. You don't want to ever give up 3 points like that on an easy ball.
And so Catherine Konecki will serve it up again, the senior, number 12 in black for the Rams. Rams up 14-13, and that is deep, out of bounds, so we are now tied at 14 in a seesaw back and forth first set. Another substitution for New Canaan. Konecki checks out, and number 2, Nicoletta Bonzatti checks in. Faith Helms to serve for the Blue Wave, and that is also deep.
So they're trading points on the missed serves, both teams.
And here we go again with Emma Wheeler.
The unorthodox setup.
Unorthodox approach. They're going to go outside to Alstad, and she puts it down, the kill from the lefty. Powerful swing out of her, the senior captain.
If I'm Darien, I'm putting 2 blockers up on that. You need your right side. It's obvious the offense is going to her on the outside, you know, to number 7 Alstad for New Canaan on the outside. So if I'm Darien, they're having their middle blocker come across the net to block, which she needs to do anyway, but there's a big hole because there's only one of them, and Alstad's taking advantage and hitting it right down the line over the block. If you pull your right front up and have 2 people together, that's going to get a lot more touches, slow down the hit, and give Darien's defense, you know, an extra opportunity to pick it up because the ball will be slowed down by the double block.
That was well put, and I think that's exactly what Lori LaRusso is telling her team.
I know. Well, I haven't seen them put up. I haven't seen any of the teams really put up 2 blockers on anybody this season so far. From what I've witnessed, it's just, you know, they're not really playing that way. But I would say if you're finally reaching a hitter who's going to get that much offense, I think you've got to make an adjustment and start to do that.
Lori LaRusso, the longtime head coach of the Darien Blue Wave. If you look up on the walls of this gymnasium, you'll see all the success she has had. State championships in girls volleyball, FCIAC championships in girls volleyball, and she has the boys volleyball program rolling now here at Darien as well.
Darien needs better passing. They can't run their offense right now because they're not passing to their setter up close to the net off these serves.
We talked a little bit about that in the last match against Stanford.
It really comes down to serving and passing. You can't do anything else unless you can get that going first.
And that'll be a point to Darien. 17-15, New Canaan in front here in this first set. Damian Andrew alongside Chris Leone.
Perrone back to serve for Darien. Almost an ace, but New Canaan saved it.
Martzoff in the middle, and that is deep. Number 1 for Darien, by the way. Chris just mentioned her name. Rosalie Perrone, the sophomore. She's been doing the setting this afternoon in this one.
That's a good pass for Darien. Wow, they called an illegal set on that. That was kind of a tight call.
So the violation against Darien. New Canaan point. And here's Allstat, the left-hander, to serve. And she puts it into the net.
Little gift for Darien to keep it close. Pressure's off. Get the ball back.
New Canaan had that mini run, but this has really been a seesaw back and forth first set between these two. And that is out of bounds. This is a huge match for New Canaan. Not only is it their annual rivalry against Darien, but they really need to win 3 of their next 5 matches to close out the season and get into the FCIAC tournament.
Right, and if you're that close, you definitely want to make it to the playoffs.
Bennett with the big swing. That's a violation on New Canaan, so it's a point Darien. A lot of the fall sports teams here at Darien, Chris, as you well know, have had a lot of success. The girls' soccer team is going to the FCIAC tournament, and they've qualified for states.
Right.
So has the Darien field hockey team.
I know, I feel like all the programs at Darien are pretty strong when it comes to the sports. Tons of FCIAC championships, and definitely everyone making the playoffs across a lot of the sports.
Of course, the football team is the #1 ranked high school football team in the state of Connecticut. But getting back to volleyball here, it's 2018 New Canaan in the first set. Perrone on the outside to Shane.
Just going back to her again from behind.
In the middle, nice play there by New Canaan as Caroline Eno, the senior, puts it away in the middle. 21-18 New Canaan. And another timeout for Darien.
It's a big cheering section here for New Canaan.
And we've got a pretty good-sized crowd here this afternoon at the Darien High School gym for this one. As you mentioned a little while ago, huge rivalry between these two schools over the years. A lot of history. Not as much history in volleyball. As we've alluded to on our previous broadcast, Darien for a long time has dominated the FCIAC. Had a down year last year, having kind of a down year this year, but this is a program that you have to be up for every match, every season, because Lori LaRusso wouldn't have it any other way.
Right, and I think all the other programs in the conference know they're facing a team that has a history of being at the top in this sport, in this conference. So even if they're not doing well this year, they know that they better be ready because they're facing a lot of success in this program.
These two programs met back in 2002 in the Class M state finals. Darien beat New Canaan 3-0. And that is deep. So the point goes to Darien.
So Darien wanted, they call the timeout, they iced the server, and it worked for them.
Here's Shane. And that point goes to Darien, the roof there by Faith Helms in the middle. What was a better feeling when you played? A roof or a kill?
Kill for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, kill for sure. I mean, a big strong block against a top hitter feels good too. That's a great dig by Darien. But I mean, there's nothing better than feeling like you're at the height of your jump and taking it down for a kill.
At that apex and just a nice big swing down.
Getting it around the block or through the block, so no one can touch it on the defense is a great feeling.
As I said to you before, my brother played high school volleyball at a pretty high level. Tried to play in college, but realized he wasn't as good as the other guys. But and then since I've known you, I've been watching a lot of college volleyball, which is a lot of fun.
It is fun to watch.
It's a point to New Canaan.
Darien needs to hold them out now. No mistakes or the first set's over.
And you can hear the New Canaan faithful here inside the Darien gym.
Ooh, they hold on.
So Darien staves off set point.
Bennett's got to get her serve in or it's set over.
Lindsay Bennett, the junior, back to serve for Darien.
I think we know where the set's going for New Canaan. Ooh, she got an ace. That
and she
helps
serves
them.
up the ace.
Yep.
Now, when you served in college, you had a jump serve?
I did have a jump serve, top spin jump serve, similar to Bennett. A lot of times the girls nowadays do floater jump serves. That wasn't as popular. We did floater from the ground in college when I played, and you did top spin jump serves. Now it's rare to almost see a top spin jump serve. You see a lot more floater jump serves, like in the college level, especially right now.
And that'll do it for this first set as the point goes to New Canaan, 25-22. New Canaan takes the first set over Darien here at Darien High School.
Yep, Caroline Eno got that last kill for New Canaan out of the middle.
So they will take a quick break here and get ready for the second set.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a lot to adjust for either team. That set was pretty neck and neck the whole time. There was just, maybe a few extra missed serves at times. They wouldn't want that to happen, but for the most part, they're both playing well.
Yeah, it was a competitive first set. Mm-hmm. Mini runs from each team, as we alluded to, back and forth, a little bit of a seesaw first set. We talked about the success of this Darien High School girls volleyball program, and we've talked about it in other broadcasts that we have done. Head coach Lori LaRussa has done a great job in recent years with the boys program here at Darien. Won an FCIAC championship last season, a state championship, had some really special players on the court. So she is growing that program.
Yeah, the boys had an exciting season last year. And they had a lot of camaraderie, the boys program. I know whether you were JV or varsity, they were treated as one unit. They practiced together. They all went to all the matches together. They helped each other out, when each JV versus varsity was playing. And I think there was a lot of good relationships, amongst all the boys for that program. And that definitely helps aid in the success on the court if you can have good relationships and chemistry outside, the court.
No question. And the New Canaan boys volleyball program has actually had some recent success.
Have they?
Yeah, they've had some recent success in the FCIAC. Had some really terrific outside hitters in recent years. And as we mentioned, they have a new head coach, Kevin Marino, who's in his first season coaching the Rams. Comes to New Canaan from Joel Barlow, where he was an assistant coach for 4 seasons there.
Yeah, and I know he played. I was speaking to him before the match. He still plays in adult leagues and competitive adult leagues, not just recreational.
Yeah, I talked to him before the match, as you did, and he's been really having a lot of fun this season, trying to get this program, trying to build this program, I should say, this New Canaan girls volleyball program. And he has got some talented players to work with this season. You can tell watching them in that first set why they've had the success they've had. 10-5 coming into this one, 7-4 in the conference. Currently in third place in the FCIAC East. And this is a team in New Canaan that really could make the FCIAC tournament. And as you well know, once you're in, you never know what can happen.
Right?
Now, when you were at Georgia Tech, how much success did you have as a team?
We
were there?
So
you were in the ACC.
Our coach is credited to turning around the whole program. Before he got there, Georgia Tech had never won an ACC match.
Okay.
His first year, they basically had 500 in the AC, and then my group came in his second year. By the time we were seniors, we were ranked 17th in the country. So he went from not ever winning an ACC match to within 5 years being 17th in the country.
Wow. That's a credit to him as a coach.
100%. His staff, how he worked himself and his staff, how he recruited. and how he built the teams. You know, he knew the right type of girls to recruit.
Right.
It's a hard.
The Chris Leones of the world.
I guess. It's a hard academic school, so you know he was looking for smart students who could also play the sport. You know, and then went from there.
So the second set is underway here, and Carson Alstead picks up right where she left off in the first set with a big kill on the outside. The senior captain, number 7 for New Canaan, an impressive player. Two nothing New Canaan right out of the gate in the second set.
I'm noticing a little something different on Darien today. I don't know if it's just certain rotations. Number 7, Faith Helms, is playing the middle, and number 16, Caroline Martzoff, was playing the outside, and usually Martzoff is in the middle.
Yep.
It might just be for that one rotation, because that's the setup. It looks like maybe that was just the one rotation. She's back in the middle now.
And then Alstead again, boy, she has, you talked about, we talked earlier in the first set about there's not a better feeling in volleyball than killing that ball at the apex. Boy, they are putting it right in Alstead's wheelhouse.
Right and tight for her.
And she's taking a big swing.
She is. That's a good tight set for Darien, too.
And that's a case of putting it where they're not.
Right.
Lindsay Fay, the sophomore.
Or was it Lindsay Bennett on that one? I might.
It was four. Yeah, it was Fay.
It was Fay.
It was
okay.
Fay, the sophomore.
Okay.
Here's Sophia Perrone, or Rosalie Perrone, I should say. Rosalie Perrone, number 1, the sophomore for Darien, who's been doing the setting. Another point goes to Darien, and we are now tied at 3 here in this second set.
Yeah, Darien's starting 2 sophomores for varsity, so if these girls can keep getting this experience, you know, in a few years.
Well, as we mentioned, it's been a little bit of a down year by Darien standards, so obviously you want to build for the future.
Definitely.
And they've got a
find
couple
what's going to work, and yeah.
Perrone again serves it up. Boy, Alstead, how can you not be impressed with her?
She is.
That was even a little off the net, that serve.
And she still was able to bring it down over the block. Good save by Martzoff in the middle. Ooh. Couldn't quite complete. New Canaan's back to serve. Looks like number 11, Emma Wheeler. Poor pass by Darien, sending a free ball. This could be trouble for Darien. That was pushed a little too far outside. It needs to be outside because she's a lefty, but it was a little too far outside for her.
There's Martzoff, number 16, the captain for Darien, serves it up, floater over the net. And that worked out well for the Blue Wave as they take a 1-point lead, 6-5 here in this second set. New Canaan won the first set. And another point for the Blue Wave, up 7-5. After a competitive first set, Chris Leone a competitive second set in the early going.
Yeah, Darien's going to look to try to maintain their lead for now, at least.
There's Perrone in the middle.
Good block for New Canaan.
There's Bennett on the outside.
Good rally for both teams here. Good defense.
We have seen some long rallies already in this match, and here's another one. Perrone goes the middle to Faye.
This is the longest point of the match so far.
This might be the longest point of the season, Chris
I
Leone.
think so. This is going to send a lot of cheering and momentum for whichever team wins that. That's good for Darien to come out on top of that one.
So the Blue Wave now rattle off 3 straight points, up 8-5.
Oh, bummer, got rid of the momentum.
And that is an ace there. 8-7, Darien in front. Allstat, the left-hander, serves it up. Perrone outside to Bennett, and a nice block.
See, New Canaan put 2 girls up on that block on the outside against Darien. So that's what I was saying Darien needs to do when Allstat is hitting.
You can tell in the early going here that he may be only in his first year, Kevin Marino, the head coach of New Canaan, but he has this team playing well. It's a well-coached group.
He does, yep.
And the ace from Allstat. Carson Allstat. So now the momentum has shifted back to New Canaan.
It's a little tight.
So the Rams have now rattled off 6 straight points to take an 11-8 lead.
All right, looks like Lori LaRusso might be looking for a timeout soon. Or they're questioning the call. Oh, I think they're going to replay the point. They're saying they both touched the net. At first, she was only calling the net violation on Darien, and now it appears they're taking the point away from New Canaan and replaying the point, saying both sides touched the net on that play. Darien struggling to pass still.
It's funny. In all the years I've been covering Lori LaRusso's team, as she takes a timeout, she hardly ever gets up off the bench, up out of her chair. So obviously she felt committed to bringing that up. And,
right,
and
I think she saw it was pretty obvious. Both girls on both sides hit the net.
She is very stoic over on that sideline. But you just can't say enough good things about what she has done here at Darien with this program, and as I mentioned earlier, the boys program in recent years.
Right, I mean, I'm sure she's seen it all after being the head coach for a couple decades and competing at the highest level with her teams.
Been here since the mid-1980s at Darien. She's been a National Coach of the Year in the high school ranks.
Yeah, it's a great honor, great accomplishment.
That probably feels a little like when you get that ball in your wheelhouse and kill it on the other side.
Right. The timeout worked for Darien. They're getting it back. There was a long run for New Canaan there, coming from several points behind to a couple points ahead. So Darien really needs to put a push back now, get the momentum back on their side.
There's Lindsay Fay, the sophomore. Bennett on the outside.
Ooh, Bennett got a little save there, I think.
That might have been deep.
She was hitting that ball on her way down, so she was kind of sending it sailing. Fade to serve again for Darien.
Perrone in the middle to Helms.
Trying the back set, and it worked.
And Shane with the kill. To tie it at 11. Jessica Perino, number 18 for New Canaan, with a big hit on that point. And 14, Carolyn Eno checks back in for New Canaan. Thanks for joining us this afternoon on the DAF Media Network. Damian Andrew, joined by former Georgia Tech volleyball star Chris Leone, Lindsay Bennett, and that is deep.
She had some power on that hit, but just sending it a little too deep. She was probably hoping to get a little touch off the block, but no luck for her on that one.
Call a violation on the set, correct?
Yep, when they hold up 2, that means they think the ball didn't come cleanly out of the setter's hand, and that they're calling that 2 hits the way, instead of 1, in unison would be the set. But as soon as it wobbles one hand then the other in that split second, they call that 2, and it's illegal. I think Shane got lucky there too, because I think that was going wide as well.
Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing. I think she did as well, because that looked like it was going wide. But she gets the point. Darien down 14-12. Shane to serve. And that is on the line. That is a Darien point off the free ball.
You don't usually see that. She sent it deep, which was smart. Helms, I think that was, sent it deep because it kind of throws off the offense for New Canaan. But it was so deep, the New Canaan defense thought it was out, but it was in.
14-13 New Canaan as Shane serves it up, and that's an ace. And we are tied at 14 as Darien goes on a little bit of a run here in the second set. Into the net, point Darien.
I think we had a sub in too for Darien. Left back here is number 10 for Darien. This is Sophia Tallwalker. Am I reading her number right?
Sophia Tallwalker,
yeah, so
number
another
10.
sophomore. She's definitely getting the sophomore some experience.
And we've got a timeout. Coach Marino of New Canaan wants to talk it over with his players, as Darien has a 2-point lead here in this second set. The momentum definitely in favor of the Blue Wave. Probably a good place for Coach Marino to call a timeout, settle his players down a bit.
Right, yeah, Darien's looking to even the match 1-1 here.
New Canaan took the first set. Darien up 2 here in the second set. Competitive FCIAC girls volleyball matchup between these two longtime rivals. New Canaan in the black with the red letters, Darien in the white, in the blue rather, with the white letters. And a good crowd here this afternoon in Darien. to the back row for Allstott. They've gone to her a couple of times, Chris Leone, in the back, and it has paid off.
It has. You know, they needed to get that ball back after that timeout, and I think that was a planned play for them, and it worked.
She is an exciting player. Carson Allstott for New Canaan. Here's Perrone to Helms. Outside to Bennett. She takes a big swing at it.
Gets the kill.
And that is a kill, and that is a point for the Blue Wave. Bennett, of course, will be around next season. She's only a junior. And she has supplied a lot of offense this year for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, see, here's the rotation. They are keeping Helms in the middle for this rotation and Martzoff on the outside, which is interesting because they're each normally playing the other position for their other rotations.
And Bennett serves it into the net. So an opening for the New Canaan Rams as Jessica Perino, the senior, will serve it up.
Strong serve for her. Darien saves it.
Nice recovery by the Blue Wave. Perrone to Martzoff. Perrone back to Martzoff. And that is out of bounds. And that is a point for the New Canaan Rams.
Ooh.
That looked like it could have been
yeah,
deep,
her
that
teammates
serve.
wanted her to leave that be.
And there's Allstott.
See, that was a good slowdown by
Yep.
Helms on that hit. That's what you need.
And a nice kill from number 18, Jessica Perino, the senior, out of the back row.
Was she in the back row? I didn't even see that one.
I believe so.
Yeah, that had a good angle coming if that was coming from the back row.
And another point for the New Canaan Rams. We're tied at 18, and now Lori LaRusso calls a timeout.
Yeah, Darien needs, you know, they had the lead a lot of this set, and they're already down 1-0. So I'm sure LaRusso's wanting them to pick it back up here and try to tie this set up because you don't really want to go down 0-2. You put yourself in a bit of a predicament.
Yeah, 0-2 at a best 3 out of 5 is never a good situation to be in. You've dug yourself a big hole.
Kind of like my Cubbies down 0-3 right now. NLCS killing me.
You brought that up, not me. I meant to ask you about the Cubbies.
Oh, it's late nights and
it's going to be tough now.
No success.
But you know what, though? They are a team that it certainly looks like they are built for the future.
I know. They're young and
obviously great run last year.
Right.
You can't get greedy. You can't get greedy, Chris Leone.
I know.
You haven't won a championship in
and you know, it's funny.
100 years.
The stat is that for them, they're the first team in like 15 years to even to make it back to the playoffs. So I mean, we should be happy with that. But you're right. We're getting greedy. We're getting greedy.
My wife's Yankees have been playing.
Oh my gosh, that's what I wanted to happen. After being down 0-2, Yankees came and ran up the runs, you know, a couple nights ago.
Our producer director Brendan Ross, a huge Yankees fan, plays baseball here at Darien High School, has been doing a tremendous job for DAF Media this fall as we are just getting going.
Good tip out of the middle there for Darien, number 6. Is it 6? Oh, no, it's Martzoff, 16.
Martzoff, number 16. Yep. 20-19 Darien in a very close second set between these two rivals. There's Perrone, goes outside to Faye, and she gets the kill. Down off the block. You know, if the block that time was a little bit tighter to the net, right?
Right, it would have come over.
It would have come over.
Yeah, they need to press. That's a big thing when you learn blocking. You have to always press so that doesn't happen.
And Faye with the kill. Number 4 on the outside. Lindsay Faye, just a sophomore. Chris Leone, you've been talking about some of these sophomores for Darien. Certainly they have some building blocks for the future.
Yeah, they've had 3 of the 6 positions at times have been sophomores today.
Here's Perrone. She'll go middle to Martzoff. And there's Allstead. And there's really, as a defense, not a lot you can do with that.
Only if you put up 2 blockers
Right.
is your best bet, I think, to try to slow that down.
So here's Emma Wheeler, the junior, who faces back to the court, and she turns around and serves it up. A little unorthodox, something that Chris Leone and I have never seen.
Right.
And you've been around volleyball a long time.
I have, and I definitely haven't seen the backwards flip around. She must be composing herself, for a set.
Yeah, sure.
Like the pitchers who close their eyes.
It's like a golfer who's envisioning that shot, taking a mental image before he or she hits it.
Right.
23-21, Darien.
Oh, that's trouble.
And that's a point for the New Canaan Rams. They're within a point now.
Darien needs to side out here. If they side out, they've got set point. If they don't, the momentum's definitely going to be back in New Canaan's favor to win the second set.
And here's Carson Allstead, number 7, the senior captain, to serve it up. And that is a point.
Illegal rotation by Darien. Wow. She's going to question that. I wasn't watching the movement. I was watching the server. But based on the call that I saw the referee make, she's saying you cannot, depending on your position on the court, you cannot be in front or behind certain people. So if you're a back row player, even if your front row player backs up to make a pass, she still has to be in front of the back row player.
And they're going to redo this.
Oh, they are redoing. No, did they not give them? No, I think they gave them the point. Wasn't it 23-22? Or no? I think they gave them the point. I think it was 23-22, no?
Well, it is 23-23 now,
yeah.
And here's Allstat with the serve. Yeah, they did redo it.
They did redo it,
because they just took a point off the scoreboard.
Oh, see, now they know.
Now
yeah,
it's
I was going to
24-22.
say, I didn't think it was 23, so that makes sense. They did redo it. And that was good luck for Darien because there's a big difference in 24-22 versus 23 all.
Absolutely. Kevin Marino, the New Canaan head coach, will take a timeout. His team trailing 24-22 here in this second set. Coach LaRusso cracking a smile over there. She's gotten out of her chair twice.
I know, it's getting serious over there.
In one match. I don't think I've seen her get out of her chair twice in 10 years of covering her.
Yeah, there's some tighter calls today. Even the line judges came in to see what the heck just happened, I think, on that last call.
Competitive, though, between these two teams. And really, like we said, this is a big rivalry.
Right.
New Canaan having a really terrific season for their program. Darien a little bit down this year, but like we said, you just throw out the records when these two get together.
All right, Faye has to put this ball on the court. No missed serves on set point. She did it. And it worked.
And that was a little miscommunication from New Canaan, and as a result, Darien wins the second set 25-22. We go to a third set tied at a set apiece here from Darien High School. This has really been, been a competitive match. Every game we have done, every match we have done this season for DAF Media we've seen some really competitive high school girls volleyball.
Right. Even if Darien's lost, they've been in each of the sets. You know, they've been back and forth. The scores have been tied or within, you know, a couple of points, and they've been in the running. Just like, you know, they lost the first set there, but they were close, and obviously the second set was equally as close. But they were on the right side of it that time.
You know, the last time we did a broadcast together, I asked you how much you miss playing volleyball at the high. You played at one of the highest levels you can play at, Division I college volleyball. How much do you now enjoy coaching some of the younger kids in the Darien area in southwestern Connecticut? I
will say the most rewarding thing I've noticed, you know, this fall season, particularly with the young girls I'm working with, they've never played the sport before, and I'm teaching them from scratch.
Right.
And there's certain things I work on in practice all the time. And we had a match yesterday, and I could see exactly something very specific that we worked on being done correctly by one of my girls, you know, on the court, and gotten a point off of it. And then it feels good. You're like, oh, they're listening at practice. It's working. What we're drilling is working, you know, and you can see a lot of improvement in the girls from the first day this fall, you know, till now, just with the basics. You know, they're starting to get it a little more. You can trust them a little more on making the plays, and that's the best part so far.
As I told you in one of our earlier conversations, my dad was a high school baseball, basketball coach, so I lived and breathed it when he would come home and I was growing up, and he was talking about stuff that he did, game plans during the basketball season, and I remember it vividly, and there were days where he was thrilled about how things went and days where he was not so thrilled.
Right. I know you want to get out there and do the play for them sometimes.
So we're about ready to start this third set here between New Canaan and Darien.
I've noticed today Darien has been using the libero, you know, their back row specialist. This time New Canaan is bringing theirs in right now to start this third set, but they haven't even been using theirs as much either. They're kind of leaving the girls in all the way around and not bringing in that defensive specialist as much. It's in.
And a nice swing there by Faith Helms, the senior, on the outside for the point. So Darien up 1-0 as we just are underway here in this third set between New Canaan and Darien. Here's Lindsay Bennett, and that's in. And that is an ace.
Strong ace serve for Bennett.
Big serve out of Lindsay Bennett, number 5, the junior.
You know, when you have a high-risk, high-reward serve, so you don't mind the errors as much. You know, when you have a topspin jump serve, you want an ace. If you have an ace-to-air ratio of 1-to-1, that's like excellent. So you don't mind getting some of the missed serves on a strong serve like that.
Right.
Because you get as many aces. It hurts more when you're missing a serve that's less risky.
You're talking analytics with me right now, Chris Leone. That's a little bit like that's a little bit like the home run hitter who strikes out a lot.
Right.
You want the, if you're the Yankees, you want the 50 plus home runs for Aaron Judge, even though he's going to strike out 200 times.
Yeah, you're not looking for him just to put the ball in play, right?
Right.
Darien's looking sharp coming out in this third set, firing on all cylinders. I think New Canaan's momentum's a little quieter. They're a little slower. They haven't been able to get their big hitter up there yet in the front to bring them some offense. And Darien's taking advantage.
Yeah, Coach Marino with his hands on his hips for New Canaan, the Rams head coach. Here's Allstead.
See, that block slows it down enough for Darien to dig. That's what they need. Oh, good stuff block. Ooh, good try.
And a big stuff block by New Canaan, and maybe that is just what the doctor ordered.
It is, and Darien tried to recover. They were there, but just couldn't make the play.
As they put their first point on the board in this third set. And you know where this is going. Oh, boy. Allsted puts it down.
All day long is what you say for that. All day long.
Yeah.
You set her all day long until she can be stopped.
You keep feeding her. There's no doubt about it. And that is deep. 5-2 Darien. Yeah, she's really a fun player to watch, Carson Allsted. We've seen some really tremendous players in the FCIAC this season.
Miscue out of the back row for New Canaan there.
And another point from Carson Allsted.
Substitution for New Canaan, number 3's coming in for them. Julia Salvatore Jr. Good pass for Darien. And a kill by number 4. Lindsay Fay, sophomore, outside hitter for Darien. Substitution. Gabby Heighton's back out. And the setter, Perrone's going back to serve. She's doing a nice job here setting the offense as a sophomore for Darien.
And there's Allsted again on the outside.
Yep, she was off the net on that one, but she was still able to bring it down over the block.
Yeah, she's very athletic, can make adjustments there and still deliver a powerful hit.
Bennett tried to set that serve. Didn't work.
I was doing a little research there on my phone. Andrea O'Connor was the player from Stanford who we saw, who was a terrific player. Big outside hitter. And there's Allsted again. Carson Allsted.
Stanford is one of the top of the top. They won last year, I know.
Yep, they won.
I'm not sure how well they're doing this year.
They won last year, haven't had as good a season this year, but they won an FCIAC and a state title last year. And another point for the Rams as they make a run here in this third set to tie it at 7. Perrone to Martzoff.
Miscue.
8-7. Rams take the lead here in this third set. Here's Carson Allsted.
Oh, that worked.
And a miscue right there. And that's a point for Darien. We are tied at 8. So Caroline Martzoff, the senior captain, will serve it up now for the Blue Wave. Tied at 8 in the third set.
It's an overpass. She was a little off timed on that hit and it worked to her advantage because it didn't come back as far as where the defense was setting up.
Martzoff to serve again. Free ball for the Blue Wave. And another long rally here.
Yep.
Between these two rivals. Out of bounds, point Darien, as they take a 10-8 lead here in this third set. Chris Leone, Damian Andrew, DAF Media live stream here this afternoon from the gym on the campus of Darien High School. FCIAC girls volleyball, and that is an ace from Caroline Martzoff.
Just getting a little run here for Darien.
As the Blue Wave now have the momentum.
I think that was wide. Yeah, point Darien. Do they call that? Yeah, wide. Darien gets the point.
Darien point, 12-8 now, Blue Wave. Martzoff will serve again. And that is out of bounds, deep on the serve. Carrie Callahan, the senior, back to serve for New Canaan. There's Lindsay Bennett. That's out of bounds. Point goes to New Canaan. So Darien had the momentum after going on a little bit of a run, and now New Canaan has won the last 2 points. Great block there by the Rams. Again, 2 players at the net there for the block.
You know, it's kind of like in basketball, if you double team the point guard, it's going to be a lot harder for the point guard to get the ball down the court. And that's kind of a similar idea. You put 2 blockers up there, you've got 4 hands to stop the ball versus a single block. As a hitter, when you're jumping up there, you can kind of look as you're in the air and hit around the block easier when there's just one.
Makes sense. Tied at 12 here in the third set as Darien calls a timeout after a New Canaan run. As we mentioned, this is a huge match for New Canaan, not just because they're playing their rival Darien, but they have a chance to get into the FCIAC tournament.
Right, yeah, they're definitely going to look to come out on top of this one.
Coach Marino was telling me before the match that really they have to win 3 out of their final 5 matches, starting with today's match here against Darien.
Right, I'm sure based on where their opponents are in the conference, they probably have ones that, you know, might be harder to win versus easier, and they got to pick up the ones they think they can definitely get. Darien, I know, is below them in conference ranking right now, so this is probably one they're hoping they should be able to get.
New Canaan has already qualified for the state tournament, but there's still some work to do to get into the FCIAC tournament. You know, in many sports, the high school sports are so good in southwestern Connecticut, particularly in the FCIAC.
Right.
Winning the FCIAC is almost like
winning a state championship. Yeah. I've noticed that with football, too.
That's out of bounds. Point goes to New Canaan, and they're up 14-12.
So this is a big drawback for Darien because they had the lead for a while when Martzoff was serving, and they've kind of let that whole lead go away.
If my math is correct, I believe that's six straight points for the New Canaan Rams.
That's a real big run. Let's see, 3 points. Yeah, Darien's breaking down here.
(15-12) now, New Canaan. They've won the last 7 points. Bennett over top of the block. Jessica Perino, number 18 for New Canaan, was just trying to get that back over the net.
I think so.
And she gets herself a point.
Yep. She took a little something off of it, and it just dropped in the hole.
Carrie Callahan, the senior, will serve it up. There's Perino on the outside. Perino again. Block, Darien. Solo block at the net by Lindsay Fay. She timed that perfectly, Chris.
Darien needed that. I mean, they were in a big trouble there after that run. You haven't seen much quick setting out of the middle. That's only the second time the whole match I've seen it.
Both teams have really gone to the outside.
Right, and a higher set. Or if they're using the middle, they're setting her higher and slower, not quick like that.
17-14 New Canaan.
Julia Salvadori checked in, I think, to serve for New Canaan. Oh no, I'm wrong.
Haley Salvatore, right? They are
I guess
sisters.
They're sisters.
Yes,
yep.
they are. I talked to Coach Marino earlier, and he confirmed that. And that is a point for the Rams as they are starting to extend their lead here in the third set, up 18-14.
Oh, they were looking to set the back row for Alstead. It wasn't back far enough for her.
And a little bit of miscommunication from Darien.
Yep. That should have been an easy playable ball there, coming in soft as just a set.
As this third set starting to slip away from the Blue Wave.
Ace for New Canaan.
Haley Salvatore, 20-14 now. New Canaan in front here in this third set.
With the speed score set up, you know, once you hit the 20s, it gets harder and harder to catch up because you almost have to play airless ball, you know, to get the ball back on your side of the court and catch up. They really have to make a push now and get a side out, you know, to keep in the match, to keep in the set at least.
It's so funny. I'm showing my age, but when I started following volleyball, you know, you watch it in the Olympics at the college level.
Sure.
I went to Penn State. They had a terrific program.
Still do.
You still have side out. You had side outs back then, right? Now
They still actually call it. Well, they still call it side out because you're trying to get the ball back on your side of the court. But you're right. It really mattered just to even have an opportunity to score a point. You needed a side out. Now at least you can get a point without the side out.
Yeah, you were telling me that after the last match, you were explaining that to me, the side-out situation.
Lucky break for Darien.
And so side-out, Darien.
Yep, exactly.
Addie Shane serves it up, the floater. Here's Alstead in the back row.
Good help by Bennett.
She didn't have much of an approach to that one, and she still was able to.
She did. She brought some heat on that still.
Heat with that. This time she puts it into the net.
She was trying to do an off-speed shot and just tip it over, and it didn't work.
2 straight points for Darien. 3 straight points for Darien as they look to get back in this third set.
Swinging back to the Blue Wave. Good pass for New Canaan.
That is out of bounds, and the point goes to the Rams.
a block for New Canaan against Bennett, looking to close the set here. Called an illegal hit by Darien on the set. New Canaan's 2 points away from taking their second set of the match. It's in, ace.
Jessica Perino, the ace for New Canaan. She has played well in this third set, Perino. She's had a couple of kills on the outside.
Couple service runs.
Yep.
It's tight.
You know, as we've been covering these high school girls volleyball matches for DAF Media, and that set goes to New Canaan. New Canaan.
Yep.
Yeah,
So they're up 2-1.
Up 2-1. I can't help but think how important, it's not everything, but much like in tennis, the serve, boy, is a big deal.
It is. You know, eventually you set up your defense, because the more advanced levels you get, the serves, your coach will actually call where you should serve on the court to guarantee a certain kind of defense setup for yourself. So, in the case of New Canaan, Allstet's a strong hitter. You try to serve in a spot that wouldn't allow New Canaan to run an offense to get Allstet, the set. And so it does matter a lot as far as consistency. Also, if you serve more aggressively, their passing will be off. They can't run their offense as much. So it is a key component for sure.
So we are just minutes away here from the start of the fourth set between Darien and New Canaan. New Canaan taking the first set. Darien rallies to win the second set, and New Canaan comes back and wins the third set. And it really has been back and forth, kind of what you'd expect out of a rivalry match.
Yeah, there was a few
like
few lead changes there in that third set. It really could have gone either way for a while, and then New Canaan pulled away with that 6-point run near the end that really set the tone for them to finish it.
As we mentioned, it has not, it's been a little bit of a tough season for Darien, certainly by their standards.
Right.
When you've won all the championships that they've won throughout the years, this program, 6 and 8 is a little bit of a down year, but
Sure.
they certainly have some building blocks for the future.
They do.
As you have mentioned, some of these sophomores have played well. Bennett's back next year, Lindsay Bennett.
Mm-hmm. They've got a few juniors coming back, that are getting some playing time besides the 3 sophomores from today. So they are definitely building for the future.
As I mentioned at the outset, Darien coming into this match 6 and 8 overall, 5 and 7 in the FCIAC. New Canaan, meanwhile, 10 and 5 overall, 7 and 4 in the FCIAC. They've already qualified for the state tournament, trying to get into the FCIAC tournament now. Still some work to be done, as Coach Kevin Marino told me before the match. They need to really win 3 of their next 5 matches to close out the season. And we are just about ready to start this fourth set between Darien and New Canaan.
Referee's checking the lineups, making sure
say,
everyone's positioned properly, and he likes to alert the head ref as to who the captain is, the floor captain. You can have a captain on the team, but there has to also be a floor captain.
Yep.
That they have to. The floor captain is the only one who can address the head ref if there's a questionable call.
And we saw Caroline Martzoff do just that.
Right, during that
in the
play, right.
On an earlier play that was disputed by Darien head coach Lori LaRusso. They swing it outside to Martzoff. Couldn't do much with that ball.
No, too far outside for her. Good dig. Smart. We haven't seen Perone take it over on the second one at all this match, but you know, it throws off the timing for the defense. It's good to throw those in once in a while.
That was a shifty play by the sophomore. Yeah. Would you call that a dink? I mean, or not really?
That's tricky. I mean, she kind of spiked it.
It was more of a hit.
It was more of a hit, but she did it on the second set. Usually the dink happens more when the ball's really tight, and that's all you can manage to do is kind of tip it over.
And that was Faith Helms in the middle. Point goes to Darien, so they come out strong here in the fourth set, up 2-0. Perone to Helms, and that's a point for Darien. She can do some damage there in the middle when they get it to her.
She had a good angle on that. Went pretty deep in the back right corner. No one was there. Good serve by Bennett. Nice save by the setter for New Canaan. Don't play that. Yeah, it's out. Martzoff was about to play that, I think.
So another point for the Blue Wave, up 4-0 here in this fourth set. Kevin Marino talking to his players on the floor for New Canaan.
Sadly, in my day, those top spin jump serves would clip the top of the net a lot because you're trying to bring it down, and those were errors.
Those were errors.
Those were errors.
Those were errors.
Now it's like a great serve when it clips the top of the net, but it happens often with the top spin.
How long has it been since they made that rule change? Where if it clips the net cord and goes over,
I would say
play on, right?
I would say at least 15 years, maybe.
Has it been that long?
I think so.
Okay.
We're getting old, Damien. Yeah. We're getting old.
5-1, Darien here in this fourth set. Darien, New Canaan, FCIAC rivalry match. Allstedt puts it down. Nice dig. And Bennett, or Martzoff rather, is right there at the net for the point. 6-1, 6-2 I should say. New Canaan up in this fourth set.
Yeah, Darien's playing with a lot of enthusiasm. This set they weren't.
Oh, I'm sorry, 7-1. Sorry, 7-1.
Yeah, they weren't. They didn't come out dejected after losing that third set. You know, they're coming out with a lot of confidence. I think it's helped that Bennett had a good string of serves to help them open up, but they're playing very aggressively. The Thunder's brought again on the outside.
When in doubt, go to Carson Allstedt. She has had a terrific match for the New Canaan Rams, the senior captain with the blue headband. Fun player to watch.
I'm guessing she plays club volleyball, you know, travel volleyball in the off season. I don't think this is just one of her high school sports.
No.
She looks a little too experienced for that.
Her approach.
Right, her timing's on.
Her timing is on.
You can just tell she's at a more advanced level.
I'm watching too much volleyball, Chris Leone. I'm starting to pick
You're
up
picking
things
up all this.
you pick up.
I know.
And Darien off to a fast start, to say the least, here in this fourth set, up 8-3.
Shane's checking in for Gabby Heighton. She didn't blow the whistle for the serve yet. Setter Perone got a little excited, jumped the gun a bit.
Rosalie Perone getting a little ahead of herself.
Luckily, that's not a violation. They let you go again still.
And that
was in, yeah. The line judge called it. Oh, wow.
That is ruled out.
That was ruled out. I saw in. I think one of Ref saw in two, but the other one called out.
And Perrone puts it into the net. You know, getting back to Perrone getting ahead of herself.
Right.
There's a lot. One thing I love about volleyball, there's do-overs. It's like, you know, you're
Right.
playing out in your backyard when you're a kid. Oh, let's do it over. You do have those in volleyballs, unlike a lot of other sports.
Right. That's about the only case, I think, when the referee doesn't blow the whistle yet. Smart by Allstet. There's a big hole in the middle. Everyone's back deep to take, you know, the heat of her kill or her spike and her attack. And she took a little something off and dropped it right in the hole in the middle.
But we also had that do-over. I was also
you're
referencing the
when they both hit
disputed
the
call.
net. When they both simultaneously hit the net, Darien and New Canaan. You're right.
By Coach
We
LaRusso.
replayed that point. You're right. It's rare that it's happening twice in the same match.
I guess maybe we're
feel.
seeing it a couple times in this
rare.
match. Yeah.
Another case that can happen is if you have blockers on both sides and they go up and block the ball simultaneously. It's almost like a held ball at the top of the net, and they'll call a redo on that too.
Right. Allstet. See what I mean there? Again, didn't approach the ball, kind of was standing still and was able to shift her body and still get some power behind that left-handed hit. There's Perrone at the net, and that's a violation.
Right, because see, Perrone's coming out of the back row there, and you can't get above the net when you're coming out of the back row. Now, if she was a front row setter at that time, she could jump up and attack it, but not when you're in the back row.
That was Fay in the middle. Allstet. Perrone. Helms in the back row. Gets it over. Here's Allstet again, and she puts it away.
Straight down the line.
To use one of Chris Leone's calls. She's bringing the thunder that time. Tied at 9 here in the fourth set between Darien and New Canaan. New Canaan coming into this match, 5-game win streak. So they have been playing well of late.
Yeah, that's a lift.
The lift violation on Darien. The point goes to New Canaan. I mentioned New Canaan's 5-match win streak. Darien, on the other hand, has lost their last 3 matches. So in a bit of a slump, this would be a huge win for the Blue Wave.
This would be a big win because New Canaan's higher than them, obviously, in the rankings.
That's
so
right.
it could get them a lot of momentum back.
Plus, you factor in the rivalry, and that makes it even more special. We're tied at 10 here in the fourth set between Darien and New Canaan.
That's out.
Big swing by Allstet.
Yeah, if you're her setter, you're trying to get that ball tighter to the net so she can bring it straight down like she's been able to do. Bennett had a good idea. She just didn't execute. She saw some open space across the court, tried to throw off the timing.
Yeah, her reaction after that point was priceless with the roll of the eyes, sticks the tongue out. She knew it.
She knew it was wrong right when it left her hands, I think.
Helms will get it over. So there's a free ball here for New Canaan. Back to Darien. Another free ball for the Rams. See what they do this time. Perino on the outside, big swing up into the rafters. And here's Bennett. Goes over top of the block. Allstet out of the back row, but puts it into the net. Here's Fay to serve for the Blue Wave. Perone to Shane into the net, and we are tied at 12 in this fourth set. Both teams making a substitution.
Got the libero back in for New Canaan. She got them that string of points last set.
So Sophia Tallwalker, the sophomore, checks back in for Darien, number 10. Perone at the net.
They're too tight.
(13-12) New Canaan regains the lead here in the fourth set. Chris Leone, Damian Andrew, bringing you this live stream for DAF Media. And Bennett has herself a kill.
You know,
was that?
It was Bennett. It was Bennett on the outside.
But the point goes to New Canaan.
It hit the antenna.
Hit the antenna.
I think it hit the antenna, so it's out of bounds.
Hits the antenna out of bounds, so the point goes to New Canaan. They're up 2 now.
A couple of easy errors there. New player checking in for Darien. Number 12. You know, I think that, you know who I think that is? Is that Comiskey? But she's just not playing libero. She's playing a regular position. That's why she's got a blue. I think her 0 is a white jersey for libero, but they have her coming in as a regular all-around player, front row. I think that's her. I think I recognize her. So it's number 12, Comiskey.
Well, we do know this is Addie Shane back to serve for Darien. Her team down 2 here in this fourth set. That's a point for the Rams as they extend their lead here in the fourth set. 16-13 over their rivals, Darien.
Gabby Heighton back in the back row for Shane.
And Haley Salvatore will serve it up for New Canaan, number 9. She has a sister on the team. She's one of the captains, Haley. Salvatore back again to serve. Here's Perone. Goes middle for Helms. Allstott into the net. And it's 17-14 now, New Canaan.
It's a good serve. Oh.
(18-14), New Canaan.
That's out. Darien needs to make a push now. You know, I think they had a 6-1 lead, 7-1 lead out of the gate, and now they've let it all go, and New Canaan's ahead. So it's kind of now or never for Darien.
Yeah, big momentum shift in this fourth set. Sloppy play there by the Rams.
Yep.
Darien within 2. Still a long ways to go in this fourth set, Chris Leone.
Could definitely go either way here still, so we'll see if Darien can push it to a 5th. They're waiting for that. New Canaan read that all day.
There's Lindsay Fay. Nice swing from Fay, the sophomore, number 4. So Darien now within a point as Faith Helms serves it up. And that's an ace for Darien. We are now tied at 18.
It up. They caught themselves back up. It's a good push for them.
This fourth set tightening up between these two.
Another ace.
Another ace, back-to-back aces from the senior, number 7, Faith Helms.
I think Coach Marino's going to be calling a timeout here soon if they don't get this ball back.
Yeah, Coach Marino has
That's
hands on his hips.
Third ace in a row.
Third ace, 20-18.
Great serving by Helms for Darien.
And he does want a timeout.
There's that timeout. He read my mind.
He did read your mind, Chris Leone. Well, you're a coach, former player, so
yeah, you
have
kind of
these
want
instincts.
to, he wants to finish it now. He doesn't want them going into fifth sets are shorter. They're 15 points. There's not really time to come back, if you get in a little rut. And so for him, he needs this, to lock it in at 4 sets and call it a day.
Yeah, it's much like tennis. You go to a 5th set in a major,
right.
Anything can happen.
Right. Look at that little peanut down on the ground.
Future volleyball player.
That's a new
right
walker,
there.
I think. Those legs are about as tiny as it gets. I don't know if you could see it at home, but there's this little 1-year-old walking around with bitty legs.
Absolutely adorable. So Faith Helms will serve here. She has served 3 straight aces. We're about ready to restart this 4th set. Here's Faith Helms. That's kind of like another ace. 4 straight aces.
Impressive.
That's kind of like almost like a half jump serve, right? You see that sometimes?
And that's closer to the floater style jump serve. It's not coming off it as a clean floater, but that's more there. See, that was a true floater jump.
True floater.
Yeah, that's what she's trying to do. That's the angle.
Wow, this is an impressive run right
it's
here
a big run.
from Darien.
Not only is she serving a lot of points, but most of them are aces. I mean, New Canaan's not handling the pass on this serve at all.
22-18 Darien.
See, that was not a floater, so she kind of is mixing it.
She's mixing it up a little bit.
I don't know if that's on purpose or it's just happening, but I think it's working because it's throwing off New Canaan's passing.
Another ace from Faith Helms. She's got it going here, and just as I say that, she hits it into the net.
She had a great run for them. I mean, she got them out of a rut and put them almost to win the set there. Darien needs to side out here and not lose that advantage.
We actually have a substitution for DAF Media.
Oh, yes.
Jackson Leone checks out, going to go lift some weights. Ben Olson checks in on the midcourt camera. And that's another point, Darien. Impressive run here. So set point for the Blue Wave.
Martzoff got that kill, out of the middle.
Martzoff, of course, the senior captain. Coach LaRusso speaks so highly of her. When I talked to her at the start of the season, couldn't say enough good things about Caroline Martzoff.
That's an overpass, Darien. Oh, Darien's got to win that overpass, especially when it's for the set.
And a big point to stop the momentum for the New Canaan Rams.
A lot of pressure for New Canaan's server now. Oh, we got she's ready for it, though. This one's ready for it.
Emma Helms, right? Emma Helms?
Yep. Wheeler.
Emma Wheeler, sorry. Emma Wheeler serving for New Canaan. Here's Alstead. She's been a little quiet of late.
She has.
Carson
they just couldn't
Alstead.
pass to even get any sets going for their offense. Good save on defense there. That was.
Faith Helms is having herself quite a 4th set. Nice dig there.
Having a good game.
And that'll do it for the 4th set. Violation on New Canaan. So it's 25-20. Darien takes the 4th set, and we are going to go to a 5th set.
There's something about us when we do these games or these matches, it goes to 5 for us.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Was the Greenwich match a 5th set?
I don't think. I know the Stanford one was.
The Stanford match
Greenwich,
was a
no.
5th set.
I think
Greenwich was not.
They lost straight sets maybe to Greenwich.
But the Stanford match, the last time DAF Media did a girls volleyball match, Darien played Stanford, and it went 5 sets. So we go to a 5th set here at Darien High School as the JV players start to get ready for their match, which will immediately follow the varsity match.
I'm going to give a shout out. My other son, James Leone, is at home listening on the DAF network, and he just texted me that he got a chuckle out of his brother Jackson Leone checking out for Jackson's good buddy Ben Olson checking in, and he asked if we can see the live stream chat. And I'm going to tell you, James, us on the call cannot, but Ben and the guys running the film and the score can see it.
James, I'm glad you're watching.
James, did you hear us? Hopefully you're listening to us out there and you didn't turn us off yet.
So let me ask you something. Do your kids know all about your college volleyball prowess?
Their father has pointed out over the years to Jackson particularly. Jackson likes to think his father has the only good sports advice for him, but my husband is good about saying that mom could give a few good pieces of advice in the sports world, and he should listen to me too.
Well, listen, anytime you play Division I college athletics in any sport, that doesn't happen all the time. That's a special experience.
Right.
I mean, even when you play college athletics, whether it's at the Division II, Division III level, is special. And I know what's great about you is, much like I am with Penn State, you are a huge Georgia Tech backer.
We had a big painful game against Miami in football this past weekend, beating the number 10th ranked team in the country, winning the entire game, and lost literally by 1 point on the final play. We can't stop a 4th and 10, and we lose. And so, as we like to say, we're 2 points away from being 5-0 on the season because we lost a 1 point to open up against Tennessee in the beginning, and then this past one against number 10 Miami. So,
right. If you take away the
I mean, both those we were winning the whole game, and we just blew it on like the final drive.
Well, I used to be a big Bobby Cremens fan.
He was the
head coach of the men's basketball team at Georgia Tech. Had some terrific players through the years. Kenny Anderson,
he was like an idol there.
Marbury.
A lot of big players came out under him.
I believe John Barry.
The Barry brothers, Drew Barry played as well.
Played
Matt
at
Harpring,
Georgia Tech.
he was a big player out of there under him.
Matt Harpring, who went on to play in the NBA for a number of years, mostly with the Orlando Magic.
Right.
You and I were talking off camera before this match started about some of the terrific golfers that have come out of Georgia Tech. David Duval, former world number 1. Matt Kuchar.
Yep. Stuart Sink, he was up there.
So here we go, the 5th and final set. We are tied at 2 sets apiece. Darien and New Canaan, and that serve is deep from Jessica Perino. So Darien takes the first point of the 5th and final set. And here's Lindsay Bennett to serve for Darien, and she serves it into the net. So 2 errant serves to open up this 5th set between the Blue Wave and the New Canaan Rams.
It's going to be a battle of momentum for this 5th set because there's not a lot of time, as I was saying before, to catch up when there's only to 15-point speed score. So these teams are going to try to stay neck and neck the whole set.
Great swing, great hit. The kill goes to Carson Alstead, and she has had herself a match. And that is point for New Canaan, the ace there.
What's funny, the way they're setting up the passing, she's not really even supposed to be passing the ball as much. The fact that it threaded that seam to even get to her on the back line was rare. Having all sorts of trouble with her serve.
Back-to-back aces from Caroline Eno, and Lori LaRusso wants a timeout as New Canaan gets off to a great start to open up this 5th set, up 4-1. And you saw a little emotion out of head coach Kevin Marino of New Canaan. He was fired up after that ace.
There was, and she got them in the 3rd set when New Canaan won. I think she was the one back there serving them out of that set, and she's come out and done it again for them so far in the 5th.
Brendan Ross, our director producer
Right.
for the DAF Media Network, just brought it to my attention. As long as we're talking about former Georgia Tech
Right.
or Georgia Tech star athletes, alums,
The baseball
former Yankee
guys.
Mark Teixeira,
Yep.
who lives locally in Greenwich.
He is. He's a local guy.
He's a local
we saw
guy.
him at a Georgia Tech reunion for the
Yep.
NIT tournament last year at Madison Square Garden. We met up with him actually before that match. And, you know, older guys are Veritek and
Sure.
Garcia Parra. Those were Georgia Tech guys, too,
Yep.
for the Red Sox.
Red Sox, yeah.
There's a lot of big athletes out of that school.
When you met Mark Teixeira, did you tell him that you were a big volleyball star at Georgia Tech?
No, I didn't mention that. I think he knew we were all athletes, my husband and I, because it was an athletic event, but we didn't go into details about that. My sons were happy to get a picture with him, though.
And into the net, so 5-2 New Canaan in front here in this fifth set. New Canaan will make a substitution. Julia Salvatore replaces her sister, number 9, Haley Salvatore.
New Canaan serving aggressively this set. Darien's having trouble running their offense. It's getting them into trouble for sure. Lori's going to try to settle them down here. She's trying to explain to them how to just get a nice, calm, steady, proper pass.
Such a terrific coach, wonderful coach. She's been doing it a long time. Always working with her players, trying to get them better.
Another poor pass. It's making it too easy for New Canaan this set. It's the breakdown in the passing. That's what it always
Yep.
comes down to. If you don't get the pass, you can't run your offense. The other team's going to get the point.
Here's Martzoff. That's out of bounds, and that's another New Canaan point. And as you said before this fifth set started, you can't really
Can't get
let it go
down,
away,
yeah.
get away from you, because
it's now or never on this point. Basically, Darien's got to get a run back. Not a good pass. Yeah.
And Allstat is at the net, puts it down, and Lori LaRusso is going to take a timeout. And
That's
look
her
at the
second
emotion
one.
on Kevin Marino, the
I
young
think-
first-year head coach for the New Canaan Rams.
I think he's happy to see them get this big advantage to close out the set.
You think he's not a little bit fired up there,
Right.
pumping his fist?
Yep, he wants this so they can get on their road to the playoffs.
And as you mentioned, he still plays competitively
Right.
in some adult leagues. So you're competitive as a player. No
Yeah,
doubt you're going to be competitive as a
sure.
coach.
Can't turn it off. Laura you only get 2 timeouts. She had to use it. We're not anywhere near 15, but it's like if you don't stop the run, that's it. You're not catching up anyway, so. Big swings throughout the 5 sets.
And
New
the
Canaan bench.
New Canaan bench.
Crowd
We are on the New Canaan side of the bleachers, and
Yep.
you can probably hear they are fired up, stomping their feet on the bleachers. And here's Emma Wheeler to serve again.
Tight again on the pass. The block was ready for that.
And a terrific block at the net. Renee Rosedale, the junior.
I don't think they've passed the ball properly this whole 5th set, Darien. Free balls, you're in trouble. Oh, Darien gets a little Christmas gift here. They called an illegal set on New Canaan.
Legal set on New Canaan.
That was another kill for New Canaan. That would have been another point, but Darien catches a little break.
10-3, Rams in front in this 5th set as Perrone puts it into the net off the
Right.
serve.
You don't want that when you have a big deficit.
It's amazing how quickly this 5th set has gone.
Yep.
Here's Alstead. And she serves up an ace.
Yeah, Darien's passing has completely broken down in this 5th set. It's their demise for sure. They haven't passed a single ball in the proper zone for the setter to run their offense. And here we are 3 points away from match point.
Perrone goes middle to Lindsay Fay. Yeah, a little bit of uncertainty by Darien, certainly, on that rally. Out of bounds, 13-3. New Canaan up big here in the 5th set.
Marino has to be feeling rather relaxed at this point, I think.
Well, and as we said, and New Canaan serves it, Allstat serves it into the net. Well, and as we said throughout this match, it's a big match for New Canaan in terms of the playoff picture in the FCIAC.
And they did not have any momentum in the 4th. You know, Darien kind of controlled the set in the 4th, so it's a relief for him that his team came out, served aggressively. Darien couldn't pass, and that's the kind of the end of the story. Good block, though.
That was a great block at the net in the middle by Lindsay Fay, the sophomore.
Well, this is where Darien, they cannot make a mistake, because as soon as they make a mistake, it's set in match point. So it's a tough position they've put themselves in. One at a time, that's what I'd be saying to the players. Try to just focus on 1 point at a time. At this rate, it's all you can do.
Yeah, you're down big in this 5th set. You really just have to chip away.
Yep. Good dig.
And a nice play by Jessica Perino. Tips it over the net.
Right over the block, yep.
So it's match point here for
You know, and they're looking, they've got a solid 9-10 match points before they would lose the match. So they're in a pretty good position here.
Carrie Callahan serves it up for New Canaan. Lindsay Bennett here on the outside.
Good save by Shane.
With a nice dig. Jessica Perino swings away.
Bennett kept it alive.
Lindsay Fay, free ball here.
Oh, yeah, that's a mishandle by the setter.
Set violation on New Canaan.
Slipped through her fingers there.
And Lindsay Fay will try to keep Darien in this match. Faith Helms in the middle. That's out of bounds, and that will do it as New Canaan. They wanted a tip.
Yeah, she wanted to touch. Oh, wait, the down ref is calling touch. Wait, is he or no? Oh, no. I thought the down ref was calling touch. Hold up a minute. Down ref's calling a touch. Off the line, judge. No, she's overriding it. The head referee's overriding the call.
And no, they're going to award this point to Darien.
Wait. Oh my gosh, she overrid it, and then she's going back and now saying it is a touch. So there's been a lot of back and forth with their decision on that call.
Yep.
All right, well, hang in there, Darien.
Darien's
You're still alive
in this match.
For another moment, at least.
And a big serve.
I'm thinking timeout for Marino. He needs to settle his players after all that. It's kind of getting a little shaky. I mean, they're still in a good position. One mistake by Darien, and they're still
in the rally scoring, it's so difficult.
It's so hard to come back from any kind of long thing.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking one more point here, and he's going to have to settle them.
Here's Lindsay Fay. She serves for Darien.
Oh, no. Wait, they called in an ace over there. Marino wanted that out, but line judge called it in.
What a turn of events here at Darien High School in this fifth
impressive.
set.
They were, I think it was like 2 or something very low before.
Darien making a late rally here in the 5th set.
Here comes Allsted.
And Allsted hits it out of bounds. 14-11.
Yeah, there's his timeout. I'm like, how's he not calling a timeout?
And Kevin Marino wants a timeout to talk it over with his players.
You know, credit to Faye. She's had a lot of pressure on her because a single missed serve and the match is lost. And not only serving well, she's serving aggressively, and New Canaan isn't able to run their offense. So this is a great comeback for Darien. If they didn't get themselves in such a hole to start with, it really could have been either gone either way. Still could go in Darien's favor, but the probability is just not quite as high.
So an exciting 5th set here in this match. And it certainly didn't start out that way as New Canaan
New Canaan was controlling the entire set. It wasn't even close. He just wants their team to settle down. And
Allsted.
a couple of errors out of Allsted in the back row, which is, rare to see after she's been doing so well for them the whole match. I mean, they're asking a lot from her to hit it out of the back row, but keep it alive. They're keeping it alive.
Free ball here for New Canaan.
Go.
And in the middle,
Wow, Darien
Caroline
had a
Nino
great
puts it
fight,
away.
Great fight to come back.
Big celebration from the New Canaan Rams. That is a big win for them in terms of the FCIAC playoff picture.
Give credit to Darien on that 5th set. They were really down and out. You make a single error, you lose the set and the match. And they came back, 10 points, 9-10 points with no errors. And really put a good push to almost tying it up.
So New Canaan improves to 8-4 in the FCIAC. Darien falls to 5-8. And a big win for the New Canaan Rams here at Darien High School. They visit their biggest rivals, and they come away with a 5-set win. And that'll do wonders for their chances of making the FCIAC tournament later this month.
They made their coach sweat a little getting that 5th set.
Oh, yeah, he had his hands on his hips.
I mean, they had it won, early on in that 5th set. And then, as soon as the mental side of the game gets in you, when a little run happens, you got to have some kind of leadership out there that's going to settle the nerves and close out the match.
When I spoke to him before the match, Kevin Marino, he said he wants to try to build this New Canaan program.
Right.
It's his first year. Hopefully he gets that chance. They're certainly having a terrific season. Well, Chris, this one has been fun. We've done some really fun matches this season. Another 5-setter here from Darien High School. The Blue Wave this time coming up on the short end of the stick. But your final impressions from this match this afternoon?
I think it's good for Darien, not only about coming back in that 5th set after they were pretty much down and out, but the fact that they used 3-4 sophomores for this match. They're out of the playoffs, they know, for the 2017 season. Coach LaRusso's got to look to build for the future. She gave a lot of those younger players playing time today, and they delivered. I mean, they pushed a higher-ranked team to 5 sets, and honestly, they didn't give up at the end. They almost came back and tied it up after a big deficit. So I think credit to both programs today.
Yeah, tough loss for Darien. And as you can see over in the corner of the gym, Coach LaRusso talking to her players, always coaching, as we said earlier, during the match. But Chris, it's been a lot of fun. Once again, we're going to definitely do this again. For Chris Leone, Brendan Ross, our director, and Ben Olson on camera, and also Jackson Leone, who did a terrific job on our main camera this afternoon. I am Damian Andrew, and this has been a production of the Darien Athletic Foundation. Have a great night, everybody.
Good night.